Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Monday. I hope you've had a great weekend and you're excited about your week. And for those of you who are new to me, my name is Lisa Rose. I'm the founder of Deeper Love, Better Sex, which is at deeperlovebettersex.com. I'm a love, dating, and intimacy expert, and I help successful singles win at the dating game so they can finally find love. So here's what's been coming up in my sessions a lot lately, and I've been hearing about this from clients. Hello, Kenny. Nice to see you here. Hey, if anybody who joins wants to share this, you are totally welcome to. So we are the beginning of December, which means we're entering into the big holiday season, and we've already had one of the major holidays, which was Thanksgiving. So guess what topic is coming up a lot with clients, with friends, and what used to be really top of mind for me this time of year? Food and weight, and in particular, weight gain, how clothes are tight, how eating too much sugar, not feeling good about their bodies, worrying about all of the festivities ahead. I so used to be there. This used to be a really hard time of year for me because there's a lot more parties. There's a lot more sugar. There's a lot more opportunities to eat and to indulge. And that used to make my pants not fit me very well and not make me very happy. And like I said, I've been hearing about this a lot because we are kind of trained and conditioned to think that food makes us fat. And here's what I've discovered. What really makes me fat is my thoughts about what I think and the images and ideas that I hold about my choices. So the last few years, what's been true for me is after spending many years being pretty obsessed about my weight and my size and which clothes fit me, I just had kind of had enough of that. And I am a regular exerciser. I like to move my body, which of course is good for metabolism. I also really like very healthy, clean food. So 90% of the time I eat well. But I also really like rich food, and I like butter, and I like chocolate. And when I go to parties, if there's something that looks really yummy, I like to try it. What I don't do anymore is overindulge or binge or stuff myself or really get down on myself and give myself a hard time if I have indulged, because here's what I discovered. First of all, it just makes me feel a lot worse about myself. And that kind of thinking and that kind of energy is very dense. And it was like glue. It was like the kind of thing that would bind the, I'm going to see who that is. Hey, Erin, hi. It's like the kind of thing that would bind the richness to my thighs and to my tummy. And what I discovered is that the more I relaxed about it and the more I allowed myself the pleasure of what I was eating, thanks, sweetheart, of what I was eating and what I was enjoying it, and not adding this other layer on top of that of guilt and judgment and you shouldn't have and why did you and you're never going to. That is honestly the calories. Like that kind of recrimination is what ends up between me and my jeans. So we've got a month ahead. It's quite possible that you might weigh a pound or 2 or 3 or 5 more than you did in September. But what I found is that the more I can just relax about it and not hold really tight, our bodies are fluid. They are literally mostly water. And just because it is one way one day doesn't mean it's going to be the same day the other day. Again, what's the glue? It's the thoughts. It's my thinking about it that is the most toxic if I'm overlaying the pleasure of food with all these other ideas about weight gain and judging my body. So here's how this ties into love. One of the biggest themes that comes up with my clients, because we work a lot with feeling good and feeling radiant and feeling magnetic, because those are big parts of what's going to help you attract a man. But even being able to receive love, being able to receive a compliment, being able to feel good about yourself so you want to be naked or you feel comfortable in your body, That's all a big part of the love cycle. And I wanted to come on and talk about this today because over the weekend, I hope you guys can see this. Yes, okay. So I'm not doing a plug for Whole Foods or anything, but over the weekend, I was shopping and I found these. I'm not a big cookie eater, but I do happen to really love dark chocolate, caramel, and sea salt together. And I was shopping and I saw these on the shelf, and it was a pretty quick minute before deciding that they wanted to be in my cart because I had a feeling I was going to really like them. In the past, it's not so much that I would have eaten the whole box because that was never really me, but in the past, when I had enjoyed the moment of the eating, I would have really paid for it with a lot of negativity and recrimination and judgment toward myself afterwards. So instead, here's how it went. I chose a time to have my cookie ritual, and I put them on a plate. I sat down and I enjoyed every single bite. They happen to be fucking delicious. They're like really, really good. So I don't know if Whole Foods is going to sell out of those cookies any moment now. And then I just let it go. I just let it go. And if I did come back to it, what I came back to was the taste and the sensation and the enjoyment of the pleasure, rather than imagining what was going to happen to my thighs or how my pants were going to feel the next day. And because I did that, I felt fine. Today, I ate one of these for breakfast. I checked in, and after one, I was totally satisfied. I really didn't want another one. They're very rich. They're very sweet. They're very delicious. And today, my pants fit fine. This is so different than how it used to be for me. It's like it took me, thank you, it took me a while to break that cycle. I used to be so obsessed with my weight and my size. And this year, I had a couple of pairs of jeans that I was, they fit last year. They didn't fit this year. I got rid of them. I don't need to be reminded of that. I have lots of other pairs of jeans that I really like the way they fit. They feel good on me. When I wear clothes, I got to be able to move. I got to feel comfortable. And I don't believe in kind of hanging this, holding this thing over my head that is this constant reminder of, not being a certain way that I have conditioned myself to have to be. So I have a lot more to say on this, which I'm going to be doing over the course of the next few days. But here's what I really want to offer to you. If you are not loving your body, if you don't like the skin that you're in, if you don't think you're beautiful, trust me, it's going to be a real roadblock to attracting a man who is going to love and adore you. And that is what you deserve. So I want to help you get through that barrier because it really stood in my way for a very long time. And now that I've been on the other side of it for a while, there is so much more freedom available. So I got this amazing download over the weekend to offer kind of an abbreviated way to work together. I've never done this before, but it's been really popular so far. I created a 30-day 5-session package. And we are going to dive in and we're going to work with probably one or two of the biggest things that are holding you back. If it happens to be your body image, your relationship to food, the way you feel about your body, we can certainly start there. We can also explore any place where you're stuck or where you need some help clarifying where you're stuck. But here's the very abbreviated version of how you're stuck. You're not loving your love life. You're not going on dates. You're not liking who shows up. You don't feel lovable. You don't feel deserving. There's something that's stopping you from having the love in your life that you absolutely deserve. And I want to help shorten that gap and that distance. So if it's not about these things, it doesn't necessarily have to be about that. But I know that a lot of you are struggling with food and weight and body image this time of year. And in those 30 days, we can work with that in such a way that not only this year, but the next year and the year after that, you don't have to keep crashing into that, because I spent so long there myself. I know how painful it is. I know what a huge waste of energy it was for me. And I know how much it kind of it affected my energy. I didn't feel vibrant and radiant and sexy. It's like that's just not the energy that goes with judgment. So here's what I want to suggest to you if you have any interest in finding out more. If we're friends, just send me a message, leave a note in the comments. I've got a way to just make it really simple. We can hop on the phone and have a brief conversation, can find out more about what you're needing, what kind of support would be helpful, and I can talk to you about how that might look to work together. So if you're thinking about it, I want to really encourage you to love yourself enough to take some action, because there is definitely an other side that feels a lot better than beating up on yourself. Okay, I'll talk to you all soon. Bye for now.